In the backfield, it's first down from the 35. Pump fake and a beauty. Smith lets it fly. On the sideline route, he's got Deon Cain, touchdown.
Unbelievable, right? I mean, it is so good. We'll talk about that in a second. Check out the courage. You got a linebacker bearing down right in your chest. He stands in there, takes the hit, and this ball is thrown perfectly down the sideline to Deon Cain. Cain didn't have to break stride. In fact, he got to accelerate through the ball. That's the hit in the chest of Jamar. And then, boom, it's a touchdown for Birmingham. Beautiful release on the outside by Deon Cain. And again, he just has to accelerate through the ball. The yards.
He's working his way towards becoming one. And he's third all time at Louisiana Tech in passing. Here's Gary Jennings bringing this one back up to the 35-yard line. The ball is loose. Ball is loose, but apparently it's going to be
on 3rd and 3, Tim, almost signals that you're going to go for it on 4th, and they don't, and they kick the field goal.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised too. Harrison Mavis, who, by the way, has only missed one field goal. That was a 63-yarder that turned into a kick 6. No question about that. Look out! The go zone. Max Duggan says, period, exclamation point. I got you again.
Well, St. Louis has found something here formationally. 2 snaps in a row. Duggan's been able to run it in. Watch this. Here you've got all 4 of these players, 2 safeties and 2 linebackers, way separated, which means look.
Play calling head coaches are always that way. They really are. And Skip's always been a guy that called his own plays. He functions that way. And a nice return. Uh-oh. Ball came free.
Come on, Jay,
Smith gets on top of it. Marcus Ball's in at tight end, number 85. Pressure. And down he goes at the 25. Willie Harvey, the weak side linebacker, another one of those Cyclones.
Houston were to go down in that game against Michigan, so keep our eye on it.
Little swing pass out to Jacour Pearson. He's an emotional guy. He will react to that emotion as former players might. And here comes a sack off the edge, a lot of pressure. And there was no denying. I love that part of the game.
And Anthony Becht is generally, I would say, the best in the UFL at the Super Challenge. What a sack here, ball out.
Oh, yeah, and a scoop and possible score. That's Domapino, who comes away with it.
And right now, not quite feeling that rush of the Battlehawks as it gets to him on that sack.
1st and goal from the 12. On the read. Duggan for the pylon. Touchdown.
Quarterback run. As we take a look at the pylon to see if Duggan was able to touch that pylon with the football, he sure did.
3rd and 10 up against the play clock. Just got it off in time. Pressure again. He's in all kinds of trouble. Really fortunate to get it back as far as he did. Harrison Mavis has, as we mentioned, been money. Only missing the one. The kid from Mizzou, who
is an innovation that I can't get enough of. And I know that if you're watching right now, you're in the same boat.
Gary Jennings with this return. He gets it out to...
You got man-to-man here, you got man-to-man here, you got one safety in the back end, and there's the pressure.
Too much of it, and Duggan goes down. Perrion Winfrey. But he too is still, as they say, getting accustomed to having them as teammates. Over the middle and right on cue. Blake Jackson, that other wide receiver. And the former D3 quarterback. Second longest play of the day. Oh, this one gets away from Duggan, and he has to cover it up. This is a guy that broke all kinds of records in sacks at Utah. Career record of 30. And this pass is intercepted. Just a mix-up, and A.J. Thomas has the Bilfer. Well, down by 1 beats 25-6, which is what they were this time a week ago. Little look-in pattern. It is caught, and there is Deon Cain again. Touchdown, Birmingham.
Little boy, bro. Little boy.
Well, if you want a big play, guess where you're looking? D on Kane. Now, this one hear from Skip all the time. Take the easy ones. Take the slant. Right here, he just takes the slant. And it looked like Kane was almost surprised that that ball was there. The hands go.
Why not? And he pops it inside the 30 to the second level in a heartbeat. And he's all the way down to the 20 of the Stallions. Out of Penn State. Howard struggling to get back to the line of scrimmage. Uh-oh, ball that may be out. Ball on the ground. Let's see. It looks like it may belong to Birmingham. And another first down. They are in rhythm right now.
Here. Watch out for this bubble screen out here.
And he's wrapped up. And it's Domopeno again. Peter Domopeno, who's been so active.
You could try to get a two-possession lead.
Levis instead will kick it through from 36 yards. I'm with you. By the way, Jamar's always been thick. If this keeps up for Jamar Smith, Joel, they might have to get a historical marker at that Dunkin' Donuts in Vestavia Hills, Alabama. Here's Blake Jackson right up the gut. He's a dynamo, isn't he? Well, look at that bounce out. Beautifully done by Sailors. Let's go to Jenny. I got this. Howard in the backfield on 2nd and 7. Duggan. Boy, he's counting his money back there, and look out. One field goal. That from 58 yards. This one is right through the uprights. So well. And it's how you say it.
That's a great point.
That's how you say it. From the 1, Kane. And a flag down as Kane goes down at the 35. Uh-oh, it's going the other way. Snared out of the air and returned by Callahan O'Reilly. Up top.
Well, here's the drone behind the quarterback. You see his eyes went right the entire time, and then the drone needs to make a quick U-turn because we're going the other way for 6.
Trips to the right side of the top of your screen. Going for it all. It is caught. It is Johnson. It is touchdown. 88. Kane Johnson. Birmingham. Get an extra point.
Ties you. Now they have to convert in order to win. Now let's go back to the touchdown. We talk about these man-to-man situations, and Skip talks about them all the time. You get a one-on-one, take it. And on 3rd and 4, Jamar does it. And that's a beautiful throw. His best throw probably of the day. I tell you what, that was incredible courage on 3rd and 4 to take that matchup, and then terrific execution by Cade Johnson. And there's another one of those guys from an FCS school. Because he was so worried about, the Yahtzee on 2nd down.
Right.
And then he had to take a timeout, and he continued to talk about Yahtzee.
Gary Jennings with the return beyond the 35. Yeah, he's been very effective. Very quietly, too. Duggan, that one is cradled, and it's Hakeem Butler. 28-yard completion to the 28-yard line of Birmingham. And Sailors pops free. Inside the 10, near the 5. That's 23 yards. Touchdown. He walks in, Jacob Sailors. His 5th touchdown of the year.
Watch his patience, even in the short yardage. He's going to the right, and then he sees the hole back to the left. Watch right here, a little jump cut, boom. And he just walks his way in as the defense over-pursued.
Not much this time for a rookie person. He backs up by a couple of yards. That's a loss of at least a yard. Here's your ball game. Smith's pass, caught at the 40. Jordan Thomas.
It's here.
And there it comes to Maribel. The ball's on the ground. Fumble. Battlehawks believe they've got it. Maribel almost had the 5 yards, and then the ball popped free. I mean, he was right where they needed to be at the 38-yard line. It is St. Louis football.
And I will tell you, that was a heck of a football game. Plays being made all around, offensively, defensively, but it's the defense of the St. Louis Battlehawks that get the biggest play of all.
I wanted